How's it going, you guys? It's your girl Deja, and I am back with another quote of the month. Now, I told y'all I was gonna be consistent, all right? Even if I didn't feel like showing up. Like we all have those days where it's like, I really don't feel like doing this, but consistency is key. Consistency is key. You know what I mean? You got to do the things that sometimes you don't feel like doing, but again, not only is it helping heal myself while I'm going through the process, but also I hope that it can help heal you guys. Because again, this message is going to reach the right person it's meant to reach, So anyway, enough of that. I'm not going to hold you guys too long today because I'm actually over here cooking dinner. So you guys might hear the bell shortly go off, making me some chicken and some rice and some veggies, something yummy and good, some buffalo wings actually. But anyway, yeah, so you guys might hear that. But anyway, today was a day. I had a long day. It's Monday when I'm recording this video. I'm gonna try to put this out hopefully tonight. But again, it's Monday when I'm recording this, and it's actually Monday night. But again, even when you don't feel like showing up, you gotta show up. So like I said, I am back with another quote of the month for December 2025, you guys. Oh my gosh. Whew. This year has been a year, right? This year has been a year. And like I said, even if I did anything, one thing I did make a promise to myself this year and I put on my vision board is to be consistent. Even when I don't. Again, I'm a Taurus, so I have my days where I just want to just lounge around the house and I don't feel like doing anything. But you still got to show up because, again, it's bigger than us. Somebody may need you. You know what I mean? So obviously you got to trust your body when you're supposed to rest. But if you can be consistent with whatever it is that you enjoy doing, and I love speaking, I love healing others while I'm also healing myself. So like I said, if I did anything, like I told you, I'm going to be consistent with putting out these quotes of the month. So now we're in December 2025, and I can't even believe it. Like, wow, this year has flown by so fast, so fast. So much has happened in this year. And I can't believe we're going into 2026 already. So I want to give you guys, again, 3 ways to help make your life better. So like I said, every month I do a quote on my website, breedloveenterprises.com. Go check it out if you guys have not already, and go to the quote of the month section, and you guys will actually be able to read the visual part if you're not able to grasp everything that I'm speaking. But again, some people actually learn better when they read stuff. I'm like that sometimes as well. But go to breedloveenterprises.com and you guys will be able to read it for yourself, So check that one out. But like I said, the quote of the month for this month, because I'm not going to hold you guys too long. And there goes the buzzer for my wings. BRB. Okay, you guys, so I'm back. I had to get my din together. Like I said, I'm trying to be consistent with everything in my life, even with cooking my own dinner. So I'm whipping some good stuff up over there. But like I said, I'm not going to take up too much of you guys' time tonight, but I want to also be consistent with making these quotes of the month. If I did anything this year, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be consistent with any and everything in my life, even if it's a challenge for me. As we know, we got a lot of different things going on, and, especially in my life. I mean, like I said, I just moved back from New York. I'm back in LA. I'm back and forth from New York to LA. I'm from Indiana. That's where my family is. I got family in Texas. We're everywhere, you know what I mean? And when you're an earth angel, you're never just one place, because you have a divine mission to fulfill in a lot of different places. And it can be a lot to manage, but when you're chosen, it's a reason behind it. And there's, like I said, it's a challenge, but there's also a lot of blessings that come with that as well, while you're also blessing other people's lives. So long story short, I wanted to be consistent for you guys, but also I want to take you guys along with me on this healing journey, because it's not easy. It's not easy. So consistency was something that I did struggle with in the past. So if I did anything, like I said, in 2025, and as we go into 2026, because again, it's all a work in progress. It's not perfect. We're still getting there. You know what I mean? So yeah, if I wanted to do anything, I wanted to go into this new year and finish up this year being consistent. And that's one thing I want to do, is especially being consistent with these quotes. So, no matter if I'm tired or not, I had a long day. I just got done hosting. I just got off the camera. But like I said, I still wanted to show up for y'all because I love you guys. You know what I mean? And this is also part of my healing journey, just being raw, being transparent, but also just showing up no matter what. Not worried about if you're looking perfect. Not worried about, you know what I mean, who's watching. Not worried about, oh, what are they going to think of this? Who cares? Because again, the right person is going to feel your frequency. You're going to connect with that person, and it's going to reach the right person that it's meant to reach. So like I said, I want to take y'all on this healing journey with me, and I'm going to be consistent with these videos every single month. So like I was saying, go to Breathe Love Enterprises if you guys would like to keep up with the quotes of the month. And you can also follow up with the other quotes that I have not got a chance to make videos for, you know, because I actually been doing quotes for a couple years now. But like I told y'all, I'm starting now to actually be consistent. So anyway, I'm not going to keep y'all here too long because like I said, I just made dinner. So I got to, you know, finish my Monday night and also get in bed by a certain time because that's been a challenge. But that's a whole nother video. Anyway, okay, so the quote of the month for December 2025 is 3 ways to trust divine timing in 2026. I'm going to tell it to you guys again. 3 ways to trust divine timing in 2026. Okay? So, as I mentioned in the previous video, I like to start every video off with a good quote, right? So, I'm really big on manifestations, you know, speaking what you want into existence, right? So this quote, as I go into the 3 ways, is you saying out loud consistently as we go into this new year. And I don't care if you got to say it every month of December. 2026 is my alignment year. Everything clicks into place for me. I'm going to say it to you one more time. 2026 is my alignment year. Everything clicks into place for me. So that's already speaking into existence. That's a true definition of having faith. No matter what throws your way, no matter what breakup you go through, no matter what job you lose, there is a purpose behind everything you go through. So as we walk into this new year, you already calling it. 2026 is going to be my golden year, baby. You know, we all make these New Year's resolutions, and sometimes when we get in the middle of the year, we don't keep up with it. But again, it goes back to consistency. Are you constantly saying your affirmations every single day? Are you keeping up with the consistent energy of having faith every single day, no matter what life throws at you? You know, that's the main thing. Are you being consistent with your faith? That's number 1. So the reason why we fall off is because, you know, things happen. Life throws us curveballs. We all go through things, you know, including myself. And again, that's a whole nother video. Because like I said, I'm going to take you guys on this healing journey with me. You know, you got to keep the faith. So by being consistent with your affirmations, being consistent with your workouts, being consistent with, you know, the energy that you put out into the world, that energy is going to reflect back to you. And you're going to consistently see the signs that, you know what, I am maintaining faith because things are constantly getting better for me. You know, even when things happen that are negative or, you know, life again throws you a curveball, I'm still keeping my faith. And even if that includes speaking the affirmations every single day, every single morning when you wake up, because I'm really big on my affirmations every single day. You know, the morning is like the raw period. So when you wake up, you want to really tap into that frequency and you're calling the shots on how you want the day to go. So again, that's another video as well. But being consistent with your affirmations, speaking things into existence, no matter what happens in life, that is how you keep the faith to where you're not going to fall off in the middle of the year like majority of people do. Because again, you're not one of those people who lack faith. You know, even if it's something happens, it's a reason behind it. It's a higher power that's guiding us. You're being divinely guided. Again, that's tapping into the divine feminine, the divine masculine, having that high frequency no matter what comes your way, you know. And I know it can be tough. It can be tough for all of us, but you feel it. The only way out is through. Feel it. Even if you got to go in your corner for a little bit. Again, I'm a Cancer moon and I'm a Cancer rising. So I feel all the feels. You know what I mean? I feel everything. I'm really big on energy. So when I do that, I just go in my shell, you know, cry it out, feel it, and then I'm back. You know what I mean? Because it's like, all right, God, what are you teaching me from this situation? Like, what is the higher power teaching me? It's a reason behind it. And when it falls off and then when it falls back together, you're like, okay, now I see what you were doing, big dog. Now I see what you were doing, king. You know what I mean? I see what the reason was behind this, but you got to keep that faith. So going back to the quote, 2026 is my alignment year. Everything clicks into place for me. You already setting the tone. You already speaking that energy into existence. So you already like, I already know this is going to be a good year for me. I'm not even worried about falling off because I know I'm going to do better than the last year. I know I'm not going to make the same mistakes that I made because I realized the lessons from it. And I realized that everything happens for a reason. So I'm speaking 2026 being my alignment year into existence. And I know it's going to be a better year for me. It's this year was, baby, it was no joke. But I know it happens for a reason, and it made me stronger. It made me stronger. Like I said, it got me closer to God. It brought me back again, because we fall off sometimes, including myself. So I did fall off, and I'm back. So I already know 2026 is game time, baby, because I got a lot of things to do with y'all, with myself, with God. The purpose is bright. So we set in a tone as we go into 2026 that this is my alignment year. Everything clicks and falls into place with me. So say it with me. 2026 is my alignment year. Everything clicks. Everything's going to fall into place for me. And it is. Set that vision board, set the tone. But anyway, long story short, I'm not going to keep y'all here too long because y'all know I can go. So anyways, that's going to be the quote that I'm starting off with. All right. So now I'm going to read to y'all the 3 different ways to trust in divine timing this year. Again, because I know sometimes we can lack the faith. Like I said, we feel it and we bounce right back. So number 1, move with intent, not impulse. Y'all see, I said it slow. Move with intent, not impulse. So that means 2026, as we walk into this new year, is a year of purposeful action. So before you say yes to anything, pause, think it through. Ask God, is this for me? Am I meant to make this decision? You don't got to make a rush decision. So in quiet your space, quiet your surroundings. He will tell you. Again, if it's not clear cut, if it's not flowing, that means, okay, God, maybe this is not for me. If there's any confusion or if there's any hesitation, pause, think it through. Ask God is this for me? Please give me an answer. And I personally like to give myself 24 hours and he'll let you know. So as we go into 2026, move with the intent, not impulse. Don't make a fast decision no matter what somebody's trying to rush you to do. Think it through. Ask God. Give yourself, like I said, at least 24 hours. But either you got to meditate, journal, pause, think, especially when it comes to like a big life decision. God, is this something that you want from me? And he's going to tell you. He'll tell you. Something will happen to where either something will shift to where you'll get your answer clear cut, or somehow it just, like I said, either it's just, if it's meant to happen, it's going to be smooth sailing. And that's when God gives you your answer. If there's any hesitation, like, let me think it through. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think I should do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. No, it's not from God. It's not from God. So if you do anything as we go into 2026, move with intent, not impulse. Okay. So ask yourself, and I'm actually reading from the site as I talk to y'all. Is this aligned with the person I'm becoming? That's number 1. And that also comes with moving with intention and not impulse. Does this align with the person I'm becoming? Whether that's a business decision, a relationship, a friendship, is the frequency aligned? Because if it's not, you'll feel it. You'll know. Like I said, it'll be a lot of chaos going on, but if it's smooth sailing, you'll know when that person's for you. You'll know when that job is for you. You'll know when that relationship is from you. So if you do anything as we go into this new year, don't make a fast decision off impulse. You know what I mean? Ask yourself, God, is this for me? Now, if you got to make a quick decision, still pause. It don't have to be 24 hours. It can even be 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Spend time alone. Breathe. Take a couple of deep breaths. And you're going to get your answer. You're going to get your answer. If there's any uncertainty, if it just flows, okay, God, I see what you're doing here. All right. It's meant to be. But if it's chaotic and it's I don't know if I should do it. I don't know. Okay. It's not meant to be. So if you do anything this year, move with intent before you make a fast decision. Ask yourself, is this aligned with the woman that I'm becoming, with the man that I'm becoming? Is this friendship aligned with the person I can see myself being as I'm walking into this new year? If you got to cut ties, cut ties. Somebody may not make it to this year. That's also a part of moving with intent, not impulse. That person may be very attractive. You may love this person, but is the energy aligned though? Or are they meant to come with you in this next season? Because listen, if I could tell you how many people I loved, again, I'm a Cancer moon, Cancer rising, who I had to let go because it's like, I love this person. If I loved you, I always loved you. But are you meant to come with me in this next journey? And it's like, no, you're not. I love you, but the woman I'm becoming and the woman that I am now is not the woman that I was back then. So you can still love somebody from a distance, but again, that goes back to my quote, moving with intent, not impulse. Again, it has to be aligned. It has to be intentional. Time is money. That's something I learned when I was in New York and realized time is literally money. But time is money. You know what I mean? This is your life. You only get one. So if the person is not aligned with who you're becoming, you got to cut ties. I'm sorry. It may be hard. And like I said, I'm a lover girl. It's not easy, but you can still love somebody from a distance and not take them into this new season with you. So that's number one. So that's, again, move with intent, not impulse. And I also included why this works, because when your actions match your future, the universe delivers faster. So when you clear out all the old stuff that you used to love, whether that's smoking weed every day. Because again, I used to be a really, really big smoker. I told you I'm taking y'all on this healing journey with me. I used to be a really big smoker. Letting that go, because that wasn't aligned with the woman that I'm becoming. You know what I mean? I need clarity. I need, and again, we all do things that from time to time, nobody's perfect. But at the end of the day, that's something I had to let go, because I know that I can't take that into this next season with me. Listen, where I'm going, I'm sorry, I got to give up something. So what is the thing that you got to give up? You know what I mean? Whether that's a friendship, relationship, what are we cutting ties with so we can make this year a better one? Because when you put those steps into the world and you show God, you show the universe, listen, I got rid of all the stuff that wasn't clear cut, that wasn't intentional, the stuff that I knew wasn't aligned, but I kind of just dealt with it anyway, or I kind of just was in anyway, or did, you know what I mean? Surround myself with anyway. I cleared all that out. So when you do that, you make room for what's new. Out with the old, in with the new. So again, a lot of people can't go with you into this next season. So again, that's what I'm realizing. Move with intent, not impulse. And that comes with everything in your life. So think about it. What's that thing that you need to let go? Who's that person you need to let go? What's that old habit that I know I need to get rid of it, but I'm still doing it anyway? Well, that's blocking your blessings. That's probably why you're in the same position that you've been in, because we can't let it go. So anyway, I'm not going to keep y'all too long, but that's number one, moving with intent, not impulse. Number two, honor delays as protection. Woo. That is something I had to learn. Okay, so again, honor delays as protection. Every setback, redirection, or slow session comes with the purpose. Okay, so that's even in 2026, as we're going into 2026. Every setback, understand it as we go into this new year. If it's not meant to be, like I was just saying in the previous, in number one, if it's not flowing, or there's a halt, there's a reason behind it. Whether that's a job you don't get, whether that's, again, a relationship, every delay is a protection. Or even if, for example, something as little as a flight get canceled, it's like, oh, I really want to go here. I really want to go to this, to see my man or see my girl. I really want to be at this thing. I had something planned in this city and they cancel my flight. That's God. That's protection. Because again, we are being divinely guided. Everything happens for a reason. So I'm sure we all have that situation where, just think about it. Oh, I don't know why that happened, but it was protecting me. You know, for example, for me, like I said, honor delays as protection. For me, you know, I really cannot wait to be a mother and a wife. And this is just something small I'm just talking to you guys about. I'm really excited about that journey in my life, but and you know, I've been in 3 long-term relationships, and the men that I was with, the last guy I was with, we did talk about marriage, a lot. But thinking back, if he would have proposed to me, I can't talk tonight. Look, I told y'all it's getting late. If he would have proposed to me, I would not have been ready, because it's like, I got so many things that I'm a completely different woman than what I was then. You know what I mean? It's like, not saying I was like completely like different, but like partying, smoking, drinking in the world, you know what I mean? Like just not cooking, didn't really have the domestic skills, because again, it's something I actually had to learn. Wasn't actually passed down to me. And that's a whole nother conversation, but I just wasn't the woman that I am today. And there was a lot of things that I had to learn, and also a lot of stuff that I want to do. If you guys didn't know me, I'm a model, I'm an actress, I'm also a host, and I'm also a classified healer. So with that being said, it was still things in my life that I knew I had to do. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I had a child at that young of an age, I would not have been ready, or wouldn't probably even be able to be here today with you guys, because it was so many different things that I've learned throughout this journey that have strengthened me and made me become the woman that I am today. So I realized, like, wow, like I got to trust in divine timing, because now I'm walking into a whole different frequency, a whole different energy, to where now I'm ready to create that family now. And I'm still growing, every step of the way, you know what I mean? But now I'm walking into that wife and that mommy, and that entrepreneur, boss chick energy. Before it was like, no, I want a baby. I just need a man, and it's like, girl, you were not ready for all the stuff that you are now ready for now. And again, that's going back into honoring delays as protection. God knew I was smoking heavy. How the heck I'm gonna be smoking weed every day and got a baby? Like it was like I was craving the weed. That's how serious that tobacco is, man. That tobacco ain't no joke. But if you carry a baby for 9 months, and this is my example for you guys, I gotta keep it real. Like, how would you even be ready for a baby if you smoking consistently like that? That's not, again, it goes back into telling the universe you're ready for something new. That's not showing that you're ready for something new. So that was a big delay as my protection. Like, God, wow, you really had me, you really protected me, because it was so many things I would have never got to learn and experience if I would have already had a child, or if I would have been in that wrong relationship with that wrong person who wanted to dim my light, And again, I'm not going to call anybody out, because if I loved you, I always loved you. But at the same time, that was God's protected me. Because, that was a situation I was in. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, So anyway, number 2, honoring delays as protection. Like I said, every setback, redirection, or slow session coming into this new year, or even things that has already happened and has been delayed, you got to trust in divine timing. It's a bigger purpose behind it. Remember, delays equals redirection, aka God's protection. All right. So, and again, redirection equals protection, and protection equals preparation. Let me say it again. Redirection equals protection, and protection equals preparation. Okay, so he's preparing you for something bigger. All right, so that's number 2, honor delays as protection. All right, and like I said, I like to finalize it up with why this works, because trust grows when you see obstacles as part of alignment. You got to let it flow, baby, not the end of it, And I got so many examples I can give y'all, so many jobs I done been in where I'm just like, oh man, the energy's off. But then it's like, wow, it didn't work out with that person because it was something bigger coming, or that relationship didn't come, because it's like My divine masculine is here. So it's like, come on, baby. Like, we here. God, I see it. I didn't probably see it at the time because we all like, why me? Breathe, flow, and just keep going. Have faith. Keep the faith. Remember, we're being divinely guided. So if you really got faith, he don't want to see you suffer. It's all part of the plan, baby. Whether that's to make you stronger, he got something bigger for you. You know, it's all aligned. So again, protection equals preparation. I want you to stick with that. Protection equals preparation. All right. So we got that, ladies. So it's not the end of the world. You know, you'll be fine. We got this. All right. So the last thing is follow what feels expansive. All right. Last but not least, follow what feels expansive. You know, what makes, and it goes back to all letting it flow, flowing, not forcing, trusting in divine timing and being in that high frequency, right? The divine feminine, the divine masculine. That's letting it flow. You know, divine timing reveals itself through flow. Again, you're being divinely guided. So follow what feels expansive, what feels big, what's flowing, what lights you up, what gives you that spark, what feels light, what brings you peace and excitement. Lean into that, you know. So lean into like the opportunities that, one, elevate you, two, people who support that evolution, and three, routines that strengthen your spirit. That's all a part of trusting the flow. You feel it. You feel it. When the energy's off, you feel it. Don't act like you don't feel it. We all do. And we go against our intuition. What happened? We end up getting burned. We've all been there. So as we go into 2026, I want y'all to follow what feels expansive, what lights your soul on fire, baby. Whether that's a relationship, whether that's a friendship, whether that's working out, starting that Pilates class, jumping on, you know, YouTube or whatever platform you're on, like I am right now. As y'all can see, I'm getting lit up. And I'm a perfectionist, okay? I'm a Taurus, but I'm really big on, and, you know, not to get too much into astrology, but Taurus is, you know, we can be kind of lazy sometimes, you know what I mean? But one thing I realized about myself, I can be lazy, or I was lazy until I became aware of, and I really tapped into that frequency. But I really like to trust what brings me alignment, you know, what makes me feel, what lights my soul on fire. Like I said, doing what you love to do. And like I said, these videos, they light me up. They light me up. And me, I'm a big perfectionist. Like I said, as a Taurus, I can be chill, but like one thing I noticed about myself, and that also comes with self-awareness, self-discovery, leaning into spending time alone and knowing who you are. That way nobody can ever change you. Nobody can move you once you master who you truly are. You know, that's tapping into that divine frequency. You attract everything that aligns with that. So one thing I realized about me is I'm a perfectionist. You know, I'm chill, but I also like stuff to look so perfect to where I will put it off and procrastinate. That was one thing I noticed. I procrastinate until everything is perfect, everything is aligned. And just start. You know, as you can see here, you know, you want to, first I used to overthink these videos. Like I always wanted to make these videos for y'all and jump on camera, but it's like, oh, I got to have the perfect background. Oh, I got to be in the studio. Oh, I got to spend my money. Or I got to have a professional camera. Girl, I am you. And guy, whoever, man, woman, whoever's watching this video, I am using my phone. I got my selfie light set up. I'm using my phone. Listen, it is a regular Monday night for me. I went straight from work and I was like, you know what? I'm going to knock out this video right now. I still got my dress on, as y'all can see. I didn't even took my makeup off. I didn't even put my rollers in my hair. But I love doing this. I love talking. I love like healing others while I'm also healing myself. So follow what lights your soul on fire as we walk into 2026. It's a new year. It's a fresh start. Fresh start. So that's you know, doing your acting if you're an actress. You know, I love acting. I love performing. I love talking. That sets me on fire. You know, I love spending time with people I love. You know, it lights me up. You know, I also love being in people on the same frequency as me. You know, that also lights me up as well. You know, so what lights you up? Who lights you up? You'll feel it. You'll know. So if you do anything as we walk into this new year, follow what feels expansive to you, whether that's any job or like I said, relationship, partnership, business, anything. You know, what lights you on fire? You know, workout class, whatever lights you on fire, you'll feel it because you'll know it. It won't feel like work. It'll just flow. I be talking on these cameras. Next thing I know, it's almost, it'd be 4 or 5 hours that unpassed. Just like I started this at what, 9:30, and it's already 10:30. We've been on here an hour. You know, and because I had a couple of different, anyway, TMI. Listen, follow what makes you feel on fire, okay? What feels expansive. So that's number 3, you guys. And again, trust that is the universe, God, the higher power saying, this way. Come with me. Come with me. You know? So, as we walk into 2026, last but not least, I mentioned, walk like everything's aligned for you, because it is. Trust, have faith. So he's not gonna lead you astray. You know, just stay tapped into that frequency. And like I said, you're gonna attract everything that aligns with that. When you start doubting yourself, start getting low vibrational, speaking negative, we're not gonna say that. We're not gonna speak like that, because words are powerful. Words are, you know what I mean? Words are spells. Yeah, they are. So as we walk into this new year, last but not least, like I said, walk like everything is yours. I love you guys. I'm not going to take too much more of your time, but that's all I got for y'all tonight. And this year is going to be a really, really good year, you guys. I feel it. And I hope this video finds the right person that it's meant to find. I love you guys so much. And like I said, I'm going to keep y'all with me every step of the way. So, and also, real quick, if you guys like this video and it helped you, share, like, subscribe. I got a lot of content coming this year, y'all. I'm working on this every single day. So again, like it, comment. Let me know your thoughts. You know, I hope that this reaches, like I said, the right person. And I'm here for you guys. You know, I'm here for you guys because I'm here for myself first. So as I'm healing, I'm gonna be healing you guys as well. And I'm gonna take y'all I'm gonna take you guys with me every step of the way. Let's just say that. So let's get it. 2026 is on and popping, baby. Mwah. Love y'all.